Hey, how's it going everyone? Welcome back to another Rec Room video, and in today's Rec Room video, we're going to be talking about this map called Silly Vaping Simulator. Now this map has recently sprung up and has been doing pretty good for itself, but it has been pretty controversial and has been springing up debates if this game should even be allowed on Rec Room or not. Before we start though, I do want to say this video is not like a hate or expose video or anything like that. I just quite literally want to talk about this map and how it's actually inside of Rec Room. Now, Silly Vaping Simulator is basically a simulator slash tycoon about vaping. Basically, when you guys are loading into the game, you guys will see this big how to play board. Now, this big board will basically tell you how to play this vaping simulator. Basically, all you need to do is vape this little stick to be able to earn some money and some XP. If you guys do this for too long, you guys will end up damaging your body. And to be quite honest, how is this in Rec Room? I'm not mad at all, believe it or not, I find this really funny, but you guys are going to see some pretty hilarious stuff. But let's say you guys are just some random person inside of Rec Room. You guys read the how to play board and then you guys are just set on your little adventure to vape whenever you want. And this is how it goes. You guys will grab your vape and then put it into your mouth if you're on VR, press trigger, it'll start taking the actual puff, and when you guys release, it releases smoke. And with this actual stuff, this game has been inside of Rec Room for at least a few weeks or so. Is this allowed in Rec Room? I don't know. Now you may think the only way to get coins at the start is to really hit this actual vapes until you get enough coins to buy stuff and whatever. But we will actually talk about things that this game does to not endorse vaping. Now let's talk about the reason why you're hitting the vape even in the first place. These are all for coins and XPs and stuff, which you guys can spend at the shop, at the upgrades and stuff like that, over here basically. Inside this shop, they have 63 different pages of different types of Rec Room vapes that are also like labeled as like Rec Room. It is the funniest thing I have ever seen in my life because it literally has like the Rec Room logo on it and stuff, and it's a vape. A genuine vape with the Rec Room logo. But considering how the average Joe can kind of just wander into this room and how many teenagers and kids are inside of Rec Room, this amount of vapes are honestly kind of worrisome, just to any normal person. Not to mention, you can even battle your friends in vape battles here. So yeah, it gets pretty deep. Anyways, did you know I have channel members? Big shout out to Random Person GM, Jack Tutorial, Mr. Raphael RR, Harky Boy, Cloud, Netflix69, Box David, and Dozerblade Cat. Thank you guys for supporting the channel, and I will catch you guys inside the video. But this game actually has a ton of warnings and a few things that you guys should learn about it. Right when you guys spawn, it'll display this warning talking about how it doesn't endorse vaping or substance use and how it's purely for entertainment. Vaping is a legal aged adults only and carries health risk and blah blah blah. Not to mention, this room does have a bunch of satire tags. It's not meant to be like a very serious room. It's pretty obvious that this room was mostly a joke. And you guys will gain coins if you guys are not vaping. Arguably more coins than you would if you actually were vaping. For about a minute, you guys are getting about 250 coins, which is a lot more than you guys would be getting if you guys are actually hitting the vape and such. Now this is cool and all and stuff like that, but what about the people that randomly stumble across this game, or perhaps the little Timmy that might be introduced to vaping through this game? Well, thankfully, just thankfully, this room isn't available to be seen by junior accounts, so kids under 13 cannot see this room. So that isn't counting how many kids lie about their age on their Rec Room account and etc. But even so, if junior accounts can't see this room isn't like an 18 plus room, as Rec Room doesn't really have that feature yet. So this room is publicly viewable to kids that are 13 and older. Now, vaping is legal for adults and stuff like that. It's a legal drug. It's like cigarettes, basically. But if you're a teenager, you can't vape, kid. And so, even so it's illegal to kids that are, you know, the ages of 18 and under, this game is still publicly viewable and usable by kids that are 13 through 17. Now, to kind of negate this, inside of public lobbies, the rap creator and stuff like that has moderators that go into these public lobbies to kind of get rid of all these kids and stuff like that that may stumble across the game by banning them and etc. But that still doesn't, you know, get rid of the option that there is still a private mode for the game and that the person that randomly stumbles across this game could still go into that. It's whatever, I'm glad that they're trying at least. But I do want to say that it's not like the map is doing nothing at all to kind of make vaping seem pretty bad for yourself. So yes, this game is about vaping inside of Rec Room, but it does actually try to not endorse vaping by giving you a list of rewards and stuff like that, or doing some things for you for not interacting with the vapes. But are the things that this map is doing to kind of discourage vaping and stuff like that good enough to discourage vaping for kids that may come across this game? Well, in my opinion, I don't think so. I mean, you get more tokens if you guys obviously don't vape and stuff like that, but the fact that there's Rec Room vapes in the first place Now you guys see me talking about how this vaping stuff is bad and etc, and you guys may ask, what about other games that are super popular but also have drugs in them? Now, honestly, my viewpoint on those games and this game are honestly the exact same. Drugs are drugs, and they're pretty bad, and if, most of the game is filled with teenagers and kids and stuff like that, I don't think it should really be on the game. Now, I know I'm blabbering, but I kind of want to just get to my conclusion. Now, this game has been up for a few weeks and stuff like that, and I'm currently just assuming that by TOS and Creator Code of Conduct, that this game doesn't violate any of that. Surprisingly enough, I know, right? I honestly thought Rec Room was a lot more tight-knit and a lot more stricter about their games and stuff like that, but I'm honestly pretty shocked by this one. Now, if Rec Room were to ever make a feature in Rec Room where they could allow 18 plus or 17 plus games just like Roblox does, then I could see this game being exactly that. Vaping is technically legal for adults and stuff like that, and it is as normalized as cigarettes nowadays, so I could see this room staying inside a Rec Room. Though it just kinda sucks because people that are still 13 all the way to 17 see this room, especially with how popular it is. Yet, if it was only adults that could play this room and stuff like that, I wouldn't even be making this video now, to be quite honest with you. What really scares me is the fact that kids that lie about their age on their account and stuff like that, or kids that are 13 plus all the way to 17, could see this game and such. Not saying that it can influence them or anything, or something like that, but I'm just saying introducing them to this probably isn't a good idea. But that's just me, and that is just how I view it and stuff like that, and I want to see your guys' thoughts as well. I do want to reiterate, no hate to the game and stuff like that. I just wanted to talk about what it does and what it tries to do to kind of negate, vaping and stuff like that. So, there is a battle mode. You guys can vape battle with your friends and stuff like that. I've never seen that before. But yeah, I rate this game about 3 Trevor Phillip heads out of 5. Be sure to let me know your guys' thoughts on the whole situation and stuff like that. And of course, if you guys like this video, feel free to like it. And if you guys didn't like this video, I'm inside your vape. Of course, use code SKULL inside of Rec Room if you guys want to see more videos like this one. And be sure to subscribe!